Welcome to the Halftime Heroes with the latest sports news from around the peninsula with Adam Kelly, Peter Sasovich, Luke Harris and Neil Craig. Take it away, Adam.
G'day sports fans and welcome to episode 1 of season 2025 Halftime Heroes. I'm going to tell you, I'm very, very excited to be back in Suss's garage. We've made some Suss has made some incredible improvements on the garage, thanks to the Sasovich family. And the camera is fixed solely on us, which I don't know how impressed I'm about that. No, I lie. I love every bit of it. Well, it is back. It is MP for now, season 2025, as I said in the promo. And I am ecstatic to be back, albeit without our great mate and fellow hero, Spook Harris. He's off doing his thing in the Eastern League for Bayswater. Saw them go around a couple of days ago in a pracky match, but we'll get into that a little bit later as I go around the room, as I like to every and each time. I don't know if this man's recovered from what was a thrilling grand final in Division 1 last year. Hello to you, Commish.
Hello, Adam. How are you, mate?
Oh, mate.
Hello, Suss. How are you?
I'm
good.
You'd
be still partying? No, we're just very low key. I had a little message from Ricky this morning. A very low key pre-season with his words. Just keep a little bit on
past
things.
Emil Mazda and the streamers are still up there, just going berserk.
I've seen that truck. The truck. It's still getting around.
Is it?
Still getting around.
And there's still 8 cars parked in the car park.
What, from the grand final last year?
But it was a very nice way to finish a year.
Yeah, it was. And we didn't, I tell you, we mentioned these boys a fair bit last year, and I'm going to mention them again because I got photos at midnight on the eve of, and guess who was there? You'd be too pissed, so you wouldn't remember. The fucking Drewy boys.
Oh, the Drewy. Oh, yes. No, I was with the Drewy boys earlier that night.
They were drinking out of the cup.
I actually... I know.
How do you get that?
It's probably the only cup they're going to get to drink out of.
Jesus.
Luke, there you go. One for you, buddy.
Yep.
It's gone early.
So, yeah, I actually exited stage left when I had a couple of beers with the Drewies because it was going to get messy, and it was bad enough the way. But very good, and just Ricky reload again. You know, one's great, two's even better, and we'll see how we go. Eh?
We will. We are going to concentrate on Div 2. As I mentioned in the promo, we haven't got the stars, the experts with us this week. They have got training obligations, and I think Mac is away. So you're up. Your first episode, you've got the three of us. Collectively, I think we know probably a little bit of what we're talking about.
We read
just a little bit.
We read the socials.
So we read the socials. So we're going to fumble our way through it, but we're going to jump straight into Div 2 shortly. But I first, Commish, want to know from you, what's 2025 looking like for you thus far? How's it been? How was your Christmas? And without going right into it, because you're going to put me to sleep.
It's been pretty good.
Yep.
Been pretty good. We turned, both Steph and I turned 60 in January.
Hey!
So I know it's hard to believe, Sus? With a complexion like that.
Get out of it. You're 60 now.
Don't look so surprised. Just a wealth of knowledge here now,
wisdom.
like the Messiah,
Absolutely.
but hardly. But no, we were meant to meet on the Gold Coast and got blown off it.
The Goldie,
basically. So a week before that, we were meant to be there. No, you're not going to the Gold Coast because it's barely there anymore.
You're going to be there.
Alfred
was washed away.
Had a say in that.
Alfred,
Goddamn Alfred. He caused a huge pain. But anyway, it could have been worse. We could have been stuck there. But all good, mate. Fit
so you
and
didn't
healthy.
Get away?
Well, we made Woolgoolga. So if those folks who don't know where Woolgoolga is, it's about 2 hours shy of the Gold Coast. And we had to turn around, went through Tamworth. Ding-a-ding-ding.
Yeah.
A little ding.
And
off we went. But very, very good. But bloody pleased to be back, I can tell you. It's exciting. You're excited.
No, I'm very excited. And Suss, you, please.
Had a great couple of summer months with bowls.
Yes.
Mate, they got us.
You've been very active.
Jeez, we got over 250,000 views in the last 60 days and just pumping it up. And they're on the heroes, so great to see. And like I went down to Newborough, I went up to Bendigo, and everyone is asking about the halftime heroes footy shoot. It is unbelievable.
All 250,000 people.
All of them. I had no word of a lie. a young girl calling from Malta.
Malta.
Malta wanted to hit the halftime heroes. Right, fair income.
Clearly an expat.
Yes.
Or was she just like fishing? Was she
No,
looking to
no.
build
Wasn't
out?
Malvern, was it?
Was
No, Malta.
She wasn't looking to build our website or cyber security.
Cyprus?
She was.
Cyprus?
She didn't want to give us some money from the Sultan. Or...
Been a very, very busy summer
No,
months.
you have been very busy because you don't stop. And then pickleball went cocoa bananas as well.
Pickleball's going berserk, but yes, and is just about to go berserk again. So there's Studio Agonis is about to erupt on a maybe on a Wednesday night as well, maybe on a Thursday night, maybe on a Friday night.
As long as it doesn't impede with the drop of the halftime heroes.
No, but back to Luke Spook Harris.
Yes.
But I've been after Luke to coach senior footy for years and years and years. He's good enough. He knows his stuff.
Yep.
If he can keep his shit together, which I'm sure he will.
No, he was very impressive on the sidelines.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so he's going to make and it's a very good get for Bayswater. So
yeah.
what we're going to watch them with a high level of interest.
I've seen he's practicing in the sauna. I saw some vision of the sauna there.
Yes, well, there was a promise made to the halftime hero family last year that if was it Summy Sus, correct the family. Was it Summy? Something to do with Summy.
Losing a game or something. Not going to lose a game.
Cribby. It was Cribby. You were going to be cornhole or no? What's the
stick my backside in the?
You were going to try and get in. So
Spook was in there.
Why Spook was in there, which we
naked as well.
We might try and make that happen. So I have my young bloke, or my older young bloke. He's playing under Spook and loving every second of it. So I've been to a couple of trainings. Match sim.
Excellent.
And I wasn't there. I was spewing. I wasn't there for this particular training session. And Spook, the word around town was some of the boys, some of the older heads that have been there, played 250 plus games for Bayswater, an amazing club. They copped a spray from Spook. He stopped match sim dead flat straight, and the report is the boys haven't been addressed like that in their playing history.
Okay.
So
he must have read the rumour there because it's either makes or breaks you, that one.
Yeah.
So they either respect you a little bit more or go.
Well, from all reports, I've gone now to 2 training sessions and the practice match the other day, and there's only but respect for Spook
Excellent.
and his brother Troy down there. It really is an amazing club, and we wish Spook. He will be joining us from time to time. He's committed to monthly. How that looks, we don't know yet, but I know already that when he comes in, hang on to your hats.
He'll come in swinging, you reckon?
We've had to install the beep button.
Well, we're going to be a little bit more conscious of that this year.
Yes, we are. But no, we are back for season 2025, Halftime Heroes family, and we got to the end of last year and we're all pretty tired, and we thought, do we or don't we? But I've got to be honest, the community, the Halftime Heroes community and the family and the wider MP FNL family, there was a big push. I don't know I do know directly from you guys, but there was some whispers that we might not be going around again, and they were very, very, very upset that the Halftime Heroes might not be back for season 2025. So we heard, we listened, and here we are back in Suss's garage for season 2025 in the MP FNL competition. Well, thank you, boys. It's been lovely to hear what you've been up to.
What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Shit, I don't know. Really, I don't know where to start. It's been pretty hectic, to be honest. Work's flying at the moment. Aftercare's flying. We've got a new venture going on there. Family life, everyone's really fit and healthy. Went away for 3.5 weeks, headed up to the Gippsland Lakes and had a beer with Towie out in the Gippsland Lakes in the boat, which was really nice
stuff,
and something
beautiful.
That's very special to the Kelly family who go up there every year.
When was that? When was the anniversary?
So it's coming up in May.
Right, okay, gotcha.
It's coming up in May. So we go up there every Australia. Thank you. We go up there for the Australia Day weekend and go and have a frothy with Towie. So that was very good.
Very nice.
But mate, just been laying low. Footy's back. So Ash, I said bye to her, I think, last week and said, see you after September, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was at MCG
does feel a bit
Friday
that way.
night. I was at Bayswater. I was at Mornington for the then football Saturday night, and then pretty much watch footy all day Sunday.
Yeah.
It's well and truly back. So we are very, very pleased about that. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with what's been going on in Div 2. You are listening and watching the Halftime Heroes.
When your loved ones live alone, it's concerning. So I had no problem changing providers when I saw a better option.
Whether it's helping the aged maintain their independence or providing an approved NDIS package for someone with a disability, a visit from one of Aftercare's qualified personal carers can make all the difference. Aftercare prides itself on tailoring personalised service to the aged and those with disabilities and has done for 21 years. If someone you love could receive better care in their own home, call Aftercare on 1300 464663 or visit after-care.com.au.
Changing was the best thing we ever did.
So let our family help your family.
Are you tired of spending endless hours on property maintenance? Look no further. Introducing Askanish, your premium solution for high-end property maintenance. Our expert team with years of golf course experience specialises in broadacre spraying and large area mowing, ensuring your property maintains its pristine condition. Say goodbye to hassle and say g'day to perfection with Askanish. To find out more, call Rob on 0407 362 328.
Welcome back to Halftime Heroes, the latest on local sport across the Mornington Peninsula.
Welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. Now, on a very, very, very serious note, please. We heard last week, I think everyone heard in the MPFNL community, that Rye Football Netball Club lost a couple of absolute ripping champions. Michael Kicker O'Rourke, kicker, passed away, not exactly suddenly, but had been battling that nasty C word, and then it took him pretty quickly. He has a memorial celebration of life coming up on Wednesday, the 2nd of April at 1 p.m. That'll be held at the Rye Football Netball Club. So I'd like to, on behalf of the Halftime Heroes, just offer our condolences to the O'Rourke family. Kicker, what do you say about Kicker?
Very pet.
He was with the club 400 years and did everything from president down to boot stutter. Won grand finals in the tightest of shorts you've ever seen, and just a true clubman. And Rye and the whole of the southern Mornington Peninsula is going to miss him driving around in his ute as a plumber he was. And I was absolutely gutted. So condolences to the O'Rourke family, and then closer to my heart, know the Barneses really well, and Alan had he coached Jake for a little while there while we were sort of looking for a coach, and I know the Barnes boys pretty well as well, and Charles, it's really tough. He fought a really long fight, and it got him in the end. But Alan Barnes, mate, you're just incredible, and geez, you produce some bloody footballers, absolutely incredible, mate. You are going to be missed around that joint, that is for sure. So condolences to the Barnes family as well. It's a really shitty time for the Rye Football Netball Club, losing two champions like that. Words just can't express the sadness around that. It's shit house.
And I suppose as part of that, we thought we'd chuck up the Rye Footy Club.
Yeah, so
on the background.
The Oval.
So Suss has been, as I said off the top, Suss has been working frantically in the off-season, as well as covering bowls and pickleball and shuttlecock and cock racing and fighting.
There's a couple of kids out here on a skateboard.
Yeah, there is.
There was. I got him.
He's done the green screen. So to pay respect to Rye, although it be very small, we're showcasing a Rye football ground down at RJ Rowley Reserve, where I played a lot of my junior years. But it's not about me.
No, it is not about you, Adam.
It's not about
never.
me.
But
no,
sometimes
sometimes about me.
keeping Rye in the focus, have done some recruiting this year, boys.
Yeah,
so
they
we can
have.
segue into that with 10 new ones coming in and one going out, and Harry Merrin has gone out to Hastings. Merman has gone to Hastings, but they've got 10 coming in, which is excellent for them. It's Merrin.
And it's great to see that some of the boys that were unlucky to get a game during their careers at Dramana have gone down to Rye and offer their their whatever talent they've got. Two boys in particular that I know personally have not got much talent, so they were lucky to get a gig down at Rye. I'm looking at you, Jesse and Jack. No. In all seriousness, it's great for those boys to play some senior football and be respected for their skill, because they do have skills. Unfortunately, they weren't lucky enough to land. Well, especially in a team like Dramana, So they might have done it a little better, but didn't. So they're Rye recipients of some mighty fine players going down there, Lockie Crow being one of them, obviously from Sorrento, Jesse, Tate Dennis, another young gun down there. So Rye doing very well, and
some great numbers.
Councillor.
No, great numbers. I am going early, and sorry if I'm putting the moz on you, D's, but they are talking. Although their hit out on the weekend against Parkdale wasn't great, they got really touched up. But Parkdale, a very, very good outfit. There is talk about correct. They're talking about finals, sus.
Yep.
So for Rye to be talking about finals and what finals might look like for that football club, I think on the back of what's happened with the passing of two club champions in Kicker and Barnsley, I think it's good, and I think they're heading in the right direction.
Clearly gone out with the recruiting hat on, and they've got 10 coming in, which is fantastic. So when you've been sort of dwelling there for a little bit, in the bottom half of the ladder, you need to go and do that. You need to go and refresh that list. And so they've done that really effectively, but without many outs, only one or two.
It'd be fair to say the Southern Peninsula have gone on a recruiting drive.
It certainly looks that way.
Hastings,
Rye.
So the southern parts of the peninsula have really pulled the finger out and just gone, come on, players, come on in. We see Crib Point with some great ins, and also Hastings with the Frankston connection, Kev Lilac, and some players have followed him down. So and not many outs from Hastings, which is great. We understand there's still some dramas there with the sporting club, which we want to go. Going? We want that to go away.
Yeah, concentrate on the footy.
Yeah, footy, but. It's great that the players are showing some support for Kev in his first year of coaching.
Now, Sus, the one we're watching is Kringle. And I have heard we're not going to air it tonight, but I have heard a few things that things aren't so good there. They got 10 out, Cuz, Matt Hill.
Was that because of the interview you had with him?
There's Sammy Glenn's gone to Frankston Bombers. It doesn't bode well.
Tommy Curran is still talking. So so Tommy, maybe
they weren't too impressed with that either, by the way.
No, well, anyway, for the halftime heroes that remember that episode, he was bleeding the balls and was there because his best mate was coaching and all that kind of stuff. And then he goes
finish up in King Valley.
Then he goes and bails for some coin
straight up the Hume Highway.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, we don't know the circumstances.
No, we do not.
We can take the P1SS as much as we want, but Kringle look like they're in a fair bit of froth and bubble. I did get asked over the weekend who Sorrento have bought, and from all reports, it doesn't look too bad. But we're going to get that into the latter part when we hit up the Division 1. Who else for you two boys? What's looking?
Well,
as you flick through your papers there, you've done plenty of homework.
I think I've done a huge amount. I've been down the Days Bar. But don't worry about
which one? Which one?
Well, it was what's it? Amber, whatever it is, and it was pretty bloody good.
Right, yeah. You look very relaxed.
Thank you.
Your complexions
don't look 60, do I?
No, not at all.
Crib Point,
you've gone quite grey.
Thank you. Crib Point, the big improvers this year. They showed last year
the Silver Fox.
They showed last year that they were the real deal for the first 9 or 10 rounds, and then got a little bit weary. But
Sus put them in there.
I still like them.
I do like them this year as a massive improver. And had Bombeach in the same sphere as well. But I'm a little bit concerned about where Bailey's gone. He's gone up to the Sunshine. Not to Sunshine, but to Broadbeach. And there's some concerns there as well. But I like that Crib Point for me, looking good.
Hayden Phillips
Early
from Red
on.
Hills, huge.
Mhm.
I think Crib Point going from strength to strength.
Absolutely. Building beautifully.
Yeah, no,
the Red Hill
exactly.
model. Love it. Just
Well-
keep building. Red Hills, just keep building.
Well, if they can
Jamie?
get a little look-see from Balnarring Junior Football Club, I think they might be looking a little bit better. But they just go straight.
That's a long story, though.
They just go straight past Coringle and go everywhere else but. Not Coringle, sorry, Crib Point. They go everywhere else but.
Yeah, okay.
They're building, Cribby. They're building.
Oh, I love them.
On Bomb Beach, I know Kamish talking off air and through the off season we had you've sort of you're keeping an eye on them, but
Bo Bailey, Mitch Gent out. Don't like it. Don't really know many of the names coming in there from Avondale Heights.
Norwood, come on.
Morty Alec, Bentley,
Jeez,
Bo Morris, Norwood.
Dingley.
But I'm not. They're not.
Dingley
it's
have
not
lost
thrilling.
a lot, haven't they?
Strong juniors
They have.
coming in.
They have.
I like Bomb
Yeah,
Beach. I
yeah.
like them. I've got them.
They're a super proud club.
We'll
They're
talk about
a great
tips next
organisation,
week.
but it's just
Well,
not feeling
Thank you. So next week's show, we have lined up the experts. So we'll have Chris Gammers-Gamble hopefully in studio next week, as well as Lee McQuillan, which we're very much looking forward to because, quite frankly, we don't have much of a clue. So we need to get some experts in here that actually...
Once we get going, we're
Someone,
Once we get going,
correct.
we need some content.
Some notes. I'll just put them out there now. Pearcedale, not much. I'm seeing there Pearcedale much. Chelsea going okay. Seaford, not much. But again, we're only getting media reports and getting access to a transfer list is like picking ends teeth, I tell you.
Yeah, it is.
So
and I reached out, not this year, I must admit, that I reached out to all clubs some time ago, and Rye were good enough to email me back. Piss poor. This Halftime Heroes freight train's moving, and if you want to promote your club and the competition that you play within, I suggest you pull your finger out and get on board, because we are going to be the number one media show this year in season 2025. So it'll be remiss of you not to be involved. Now, Devon Meadows,
No.
I think we need to just touch on that. We expected really big things from them last year, didn't get it. What's it looking like now?
Well, I don't think Paddy will go around again. And there's a coaching change in the offering for 2026.
Yes.
That Kent will take over
Rightio.
as a succession plan.
That's a good idea.
He's going to miss out on a fair bit of golf
Yeah, well,
if he coaches.
I think he's off a plus figure now.
Yeah, it's
or something.
plus two.
Plus two.
Plus two.
Oh, jeez. It's ridiculous. You do any work, does he?
With a knee.
Do you, mate? Do you do any
With a
work?
knee.
That's okay. But that's a good move.
Yeah, good move. Very good move.
Do we feel as though Devon, thank God Luke's not here,
I know, right?
have sort of had their opportunity, and I know their junior club is going well down in the corner of the Craig Road there, and it's building some good numbers. So maybe they need to wait for those juniors to come through. I'm not sure what the highest age group is, in the unders 14
We'll
or
go
something.
for our tips next week. Everything will be fine.
But it's
So apparently,
it's another watch.
Word around the traps is that Luke's already. Spook Harris is already chucking a sickie for the Frankston Bombers.
A buy.
And,
That's a buy.
And the Bomber and the Devon Meadows game, because it's going to be quite a watch apparently. So for the Halftime Heroes family, next week we are going to be in episode 2 going through what we think the ladder's going to look like, who's going to succeed, who's going to not do so well, and so that will be a must, especially to hear from the two coaches as well.
We'll put our
100%.
reputations on the line.
Well, you seem to put yours on every week.
Reputations. They won't take long. So that's maybe a
Speaking
thin line.
of reputation, Sammy Fowler, we'll come up to Division 1. We'll talk about that. Just his little comment. We'll have a chat about his comment to Spook that Spook's okay, but the other three are no good. Don't you worry, Sammy Fowler. Don't worry.
Sammy who?
Intelligent young man, I'm tipping.
He might be.
Read the room beautifully.
Come on.
So just in case some alcohol more than likely consumed and some food eaten. And but Edith Vale actually won the flag last year, Commish.
Yeah, what a game of footy.
11-16-82, bet Chelsea, 11-77.
You couldn't
16 to 18.
16 to 18
Yeah.
players.
Yep.
It was you couldn't script it. And it's a bloody couple of good ones off the ground too.
Yep.
Ones they'd normally rely on. It just flipped. The game flipped. It was incredible with 15 minutes to go when that happened.
Yep.
For them, for Edie to get over the line, they're going to be okay again this year
I
too.
reckon, we'll go into that.
Yeah.
So, in Div 1,
When
welcome
are
to
we-
Div
when
1,
are we
Edie.
gonna go into
Welcome back.
Let's go into it right
Let's
now.
go into it now. What a segue.
Fantastic.
What
Go.
are you going to go?
We'll go to Division 1.
Oh, they are. Oh, okay. Well, no. We won't go straight into it. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with more Halftime Heroes. You're listening and watching. That's correct. The Halftime Heroes.
When your loved ones live alone, it's concerning. So I had no problem changing providers when I saw a better option.
Whether it's helping the aged maintain their independence or providing an approved NDIS package for someone with a disability, a visit from one of Aftercare's qualified personal carers can make all the difference. Aftercare prides itself on tailoring personalised service to the aged and those with disabilities and has done for 21 years. If someone you love could receive better care in their own home, call Aftercare on 1300 464663 or visit after-care.com.au.
Changing was the best thing we ever did.
So let our family help your family.
Are you tired of spending endless hours on property maintenance? Look no further. Introducing Askanish, your premium solution for high-end property maintenance. Our expert team with years of golf course experience specialises in broadacre spraying and large area mowing, ensuring your property maintains its pristine condition. Say goodbye to hassle and say g'day to perfection with Askanish. To find out more, call Rob on 0407 362 328.
Welcome back to Halftime Heroes, the latest on local sport across the Mornington Peninsula.
And welcome back to the Halftime Heroes. It's a pleasure to be back. Episode 1 in Suss's garage. We were just talking off air that we're a little bit dusty. We're blowing the cobwebs off, and that's okay. That's okay. We have to start somewhere.
It's a practice match.
It is a practice. Everyone else has had one.
Match. No, that's true. So we're just getting the job done, and we wanted to come back earlier just to say good day to the Halftime Heroes family because you are very important to us. Let's jump straight into a Division 1 commish. Who and what stands out for you?
Well, the standout for me
right up the top
is Dramana
Yes.
with 12 out there. There's some big ones. Geordie Andrews, Jake Arts, Ethan Johnson.
We knew that Jake Arts was going.
Correct.
We did know that.
Yeah.
Dean War.
Dean,
But Geordie Andrews, Dean War, there's some big.
But there's another Gertz, wouldn't you know? They've uncovered another Gertz down.
I think they're budgeted for one a year. I think.
Jack Fowler.
And
all returning, which
and
is
two in a leap year.
Well, he was there. Mr. Gertz was there on Saturday, running water at the practice match.
You saw them. Did you see these guys? Were these guys going around the other day?
What do you mean? Were they going around?
Did these guys play?
Did they?
Yeah.
No.
I suppose you saw all of them.
No.
Oh, no, these news fellows, Dan Gertz, Marcazani Fowler.
Dan Marcazani, ex-Red All guy, yeah.
I know.
But it's hard to know in a practice. They could have any number of.
Look, it is hard to know. And I was, as I said, my young bloke's now playing for Bayswater, so I was sort of focusing on Baysy. However, look, as a whole, for me, Dramana, they stuck to their values and they played their style of game. It just wasn't as effective yet. So last year, obviously, they were playing out of their skins, although couldn't get the job done in the end. But still, you could just see. And then on Saturday during the practice match, look, and I think they're going to struggle. They're struggling to put a Magoo side together. From all reports, Suss, they were ringing around frantically. They only had 15 or 16, but they did manage to put a side together. Not sure where the 19s are at but the seniors, I mean, look, you just can't go past, Billy Quigley and the Gertz boys. They just turned it on again and ran amok.
They've still got a nucleus.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
And Spook did a great job in keeping momentum with them. But again, just that lapse of 10 to 15 minutes, and they just went whooshka.
Yeah, okay.
If I can use a term
whooshka.
from you, whooshka from from the Fox's dictionary.
But with the two situation at this time of the year, that can sometimes happen.
Yeah, it can.
So there's still a week and a half to go. Usually you're getting some decent. There's cricket still, final still.
Yeah, there's
exactly.
and
all of a sudden you shake a tree and you get another 10 players. And you got surplus.
That's right.
But that can happen.
And don't get me wrong. Up until, I reckon, Sus, correct me if I'm wrong, but up until sort of round 6, there's still player movements.
Yep.
Like there's going to be seniors there that were expecting to play senior games and go, well, I'm out. I want to play seniors, and I'm going to be playing twos, and they might go somewhere else. And 30th of June. That's mate. That's that's a good half of the season. So it's still going to be very interesting. But no, Dramana. Look, they're not going to go away.
No, I guess it's just
they're
the quality of the guys. I mean, Arts Andrews, Ethan Johnson, War. Even Gorma.
The forward, who was the forward that went as well? Another forward.
Andrews.
No, another one.
Oh,
he's not on there.
It's probably it's not so much the number of guys that have
it's the
vacated;
quality.
it's the quality.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's a little bit of a concern.
It's
but
funny to
obviously
see.
I love it covered.
It's funny to see the awkward drop of Gorma's going to just the lure of some folding stuff has maybe.
No, he's.
How do you sing the song for that club?
Yeah, it'd be long, wouldn't it?
Where Gormas is going to?
Yeah, Coral Daysdale,
Hopefield,
Baraja.
Hopefield, Baraja.
What do you reckon they'd be called? The Bahajas or something like that? I don't know.
Sure.
But it's
the dictionary.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or the alphabet.
And let's go, Neil. What's the next? YCW.
They don't YC just shake a little VFL tree and they drop out all over the place.
They just lose a couple.
Mitch Cox from Williamstown. Ned Cale we know isn't playing. Cameron Owen from Footscray VFL.
Aidan Bonner.
Billy McCormack. Max Williams. Bo Morris, Frankston VFL. Just a bit of quality there.
Yep.
I like it. Out, Kev, obviously.
Didn't Hastings do well out of that?
Oh, did they bloody ever? Jeez, they'd be licking their lips. There you go. You recruit a quality guy and a quality leader, and they follow.
One thing I noticed during the practice matches, I went and followed Mornington and just saw BJ bring the troops in. And just his presence and what he says during a practice match intermission before he goes into a coaching huddle and out of a coaching huddle.
Yeah.
That, to me, that is straight out of the Frankston book.
Yeah,
yes. And that's, I mean, I think that's why
gold, absolute gold.
I think that's why Kev's going to be so imperative down at Hastings.
Yeah.
They're almost starting from scratch. So to have someone of his experience, his leadership, and he's just a general, and you can't help but just listen to that. You can't help but listen to that voice, can you? It's quite unbelievable. But geez, wouldn't your heart throb just be cursing Kev Lilac?
Oh no!
Well,
you're talking about Paul Gurnett.
Paul.
Still very.
How is the relationship?
After summer, he tens up. But he's got some. He's got some. Well, he's got some good ins. He's got some great ins. Actually, we just went through that. How the VFL guys come to the club, and I'm sure that Goons is sleeping like a baby. He'll be right.
So the Sus, if you can speak to more in depth about Mornington, about what's they've obviously had some outs, and by all reports here, it looks like one in. That is he even going to play? No, he's been.
So then this is the trouble with what we're seeing in the press is there's been a couple more ins, but I'll just keep those. I know the name Vanderhaar is.
No, that's a given. That's been reported on.
Bit bad news about Max King coming through and doing his knee during a practice match. That was a bit of a sour. He's out for the year. But the signs at the pracky matches for Mornington have been fantastic, especially with the younger ones and a couple of old sucks. And I reckon it's safe to say they've got a two-pronged forward line now, which I'm looking very happy.
So young Susovic and
No. Oh, that's full.
Well, he goes forward.
No.
He doesn't go.
No.
He doesn't go back.
No, can go anywhere he wants.
Can he?
Timmy.
Got a license. We're talking about Timmy.
There could be Tim and Locke. All over. They've got what I've seen in the 2 practice matches.
You like it?
I love the forward line setup.
Right.
It is fantastic. What they've needed for the last 2 years.
And can you divulge? Is Lee doing the bulk of the coaching,
Oh,
or does Joshy?
No, I think they're
50-50 type thing.
Yeah, I reckon it's
So
like that.
I can officially, after talking to Macca, I can say that now there is they are direct co-coaches.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Josh won't play.
That's jury's out on that.
Righto.
I haven't heard anything about that. Don't know.
No,
I haven't.
No, and in all honesty,
no. The kids don't eat at home? They don't talk about footy?
Well, he's training.
No, they don't. They live out.
But I don't think. Okay. No one really knows yet. What I don't think, mate. Okay. I don't.
Let's see.
I don't think even Newey knows what's happening. To be honest,
but let's hope he's good.
They will be co-coaching together. That I do know.
I'll tell you one person that's blitzed during pracky matches, and I know practice matches, different story to is Mr. Owens. He has gone off the nut. So very, very good to see, and having him back for the year is fantastic.
Righto.
Very happy.
What's that?
That our little friend Owens is doing very well in the
excellent
in the midfield. So
very good,
very happy.
Good. Kamish.
Yeah, my mob is on my little bit of paper. It's Mount Eliza next. So I'm going to try and sort of keep it together. But a nice little message here from Ricky. G'day, Neil. I love you. Oh, thanks.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Dinner tomorrow night.
Are we on for tomorrow night? Yeah, no worries, mate. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Down the Canadian.
So Mount Eliza, he did say a low key preseason, missing for the first half of Owen Williams, Ziggy Toledo, and Tommy Freeman, who were all recovering from injury, but they've managed to keep their list together from last year. So looking forward to more of the same this year with the speed that they go at, and if not a little bit quicker, some good 19s coming in. But of course, there's no reason to think that there's going to be a whole lot different things going down at Mount Eliza. They should be nice and strong again, I think.
I'm sure Ricky will come up with another fantastic game plan.
Geez, hasn't Red Hill, they just seem to get the job done every year, don't they?
Recruiting?
Oh, God, it's just incredible.
They do.
Just incredible.
It's a destination club, and it's well done.
Yeah, look, it is, and they've made it into that, which is a credit to them. But Jake De Pasquale, huge get. Lockie Hodder from Mount Eliza. It's quite unreal. And then they've got some old Xaverians, the Collegians. It's quite incredible.
Well, that's the retirement place for.
It's absolutely incredible
for rounded footballers.
And not Aidan Phillips goes out. He looks like he's going to Cribby. Bailey Smith to the Frankston Dolphins, which is fantastic. Yep. They just seem to go along nicely.
They do, and it's nice to see Jamie coaching. You're going to get a little. You got a little bit annoyed with this last year. I think it was you, Adam. Probably.
No,
it was definitely you, Commish.
I did cop a bit of an earful down there whilst I was getting a cold can of Carlton draft in a pie.
Supporting the club,
but. Passionate man, loves his footy, good boy, loves the halftime heroes. So Red Hill will go well. Again, there's no doubt about that. No one wants to go to the Hill.
No.
And it'll be the same this year.
And your mob?
My mob.
Jeez.
Look, the males not out on them.
They got some big pickups.
Yeah, they do. I think we're missing. Are we missing Rosebud?
No, we got it right there.
Where?
So it says here, Rosebud in Mitch White, Lockie Williams, Nick Mason, Miller Stewart, Nick Russo, and Carl White. It's normally paged the last page.
There.
Right. Okay.
Look, so they've done well, but there are reports that some of these players
we're on it tonight, aren't we?
Some of these players
it's a practice match for
may not play.
Right.
Yeah, so there is word. So obviously, you can lock in well, he's not even there. And I know he's playing 100%. Is Hussey.
Nick Mason's a good
Yes.
Hussey's definitely playing.
He's in. He's back from VFL.
Correct. So Mitch White also will appear.
That's okay.
And look, they've spent a bit of money. the Buds. They are thirsty for what they can see is a Premiership Cup at the end of 2025. They're coming to play, and I think they're going to be contenders towards the pointy end, and might even stir up your boys' commish down
no bloody doubt
down
about that.
at the Redlegs, mate.
There is no doubt about that.
I'm going to take you up on one thing. They've paid. I'm putting it to you that every club has paid plenty this year.
Are you talking about they might have paid too much?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No,
Are
I'm
we
saying,
starting with Mornington? Or?
I'm saying looking at I'm saying, mate, come on, don't start it now. Or we'll go
why not?
Or we'll go straight to the tuck shop, mate. Or I'll tell you right now.
That was actually nothing.
Well,
nothing.
that
I just said tuck shop.
Fizzled, didn't it?
Could that have been investigated? Was it investigated within an inch of its life?
I'm not going there.
Nothing was found. There wasn't a straw out of place.
I'm not going
please.
Which is just appalling. The
All
way
I'm saying,
the whole thing was
Yeah.
handled.
All I'm saying,
Absolutely appalling. Because honestly, it
That
could have
affected
been
a lot of people.
squashed. Of course, it bloody
It
did.
affected
Of course, it did, mate. There
badly,
were
and
primary
can we-
school
it's-
kids talking about it
correct.
in primary school.
No, it was,
and there were
no
kids
good.
getting picked on. And then I just think, as far as everyone was concerned, it was really, really poorly managed. I really do.
All I'm saying is that there are large cash reserves, and I'm telling you that nearly every football club will go very, very close.
No, look, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna come out and just effing say it, is that I was talking to another coach and a couple of coaches over the last couple of weeks, and the talk is about salary cap and money. You're gonna hear me a lot this year talk about this, because if clubs aren't paying overs, commish, how can they go and attract your tradies who are getting $650 on a Saturday to work 4 fucking hours?
Mate, I agree.
Mate,
just go to player points.
You need to
go to points.
Points, correct?
Just go to points.
Just go to points.
That's it.
Exactly right.
It's not.
Get rid of it.
Enough is enough, because you've got every club. So
Yeah.
one of the coaches said to me, I will never name his name, but he said to me, I said, are you paying overs? And he goes, why the fuck wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Every
else
other
is doing
club is.
Yeah, no. It's,
So, come on.
It's the
you've
best.
got
It's
to
the
wake
worst
up.
kept secret in footy. And it's not just our league; it's every league.
Everywhere.
It's every league.
So
Everywhere.
just,
Well, you saw Essendon got pulled up,
the
and
points is the only true
Look at the
measure.
all you have to do, if you've got 5 minutes, you're wanting to scroll through something, go and have a look at some of the ins and outs of these clubs and look at where they're going. There's names of clubs on our list here, country football, I've never heard of. Yet they're paying these kids $1,000. Well, these kids were playing in our leagues, getting $150 a game.
Yeah, no, we're
and
talking
now
about
they're
that
going.
off air.
And now they're going and getting 600.
Oh, mate,
What?
easy.
How is that even humanly possible?
Well, look at Cuz.
we'll do the special investigation during the year.
Mate,
So
just,
maybe the thing is, Adam and Suss, is to forget the cash, but
Yeah.
tighten the points.
Points.
Mate, don't have it 45 or 46, or you ride in for 1 week and we're going to have 48 points this week because we're struggling.
Yep.
Just say everyone's on 40 points.
Yep.
Everyone's on 40 points.
Yep.
And
that's
try and start playing your juniors.
Yep.
exactly, because then you're not going to get
Play some guns and play your juniors.
No,
so tighten the
absolutely.
points, but let the cash go.
Well, look at Jake Arts as a perfect example of this. He's gone back to Beaky. He's a 1 point player because he's gone back to his home club. I think clubs need to be applauded for that.
Yeah.
And good on them. Good luck to them.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like, honestly,
100%.
at the end of the day, you want your stars to be going back to the home clubs because they draw the kids.
Mhm.
You know, they draw the Oz kickers. And, I'm going to go down and see Jake Arts. You want to see the bloke train? It is phenomenal. Go and watch Jake Arts train.
Yeah.
It's
Works his ass
incredible.
off. Yeah.
Oh, he just
There's-
does not stop
There's
working.
no luck
So
involved. is
clubs
there?
need to be applauded, which they are. I'm not saying they're not, but there has to be something done around this space. It has to be discussed this year because you are not going to attract the players of quality like the league expects us to. And when's the last time a twos player was paid? It is unheard of. How is that any different? How's that? They're giving up. These players are tradies, and how are they giving up?
No, well, they
They're
don't.
and that's the point. And that's why clubs commission struggling to get two sides.
I'm with you.
Oh, I'm already
It
hot.
couldn't be. And I'm sure that
Jeez.
most of the 3 or 4 people watching and listening would be.
I was going to
would be with us as well.
Just gone up to
the
five.
So that-
people listen.
Quite ironically, that leads us into pretty much our last team, which is Sorrento.
Yeah.
So that leads us in, and you look at their list. You go Sydney Swans. We've got Ryan Clark, Chad Harris from Richmond VFL, Adam Tomlinson from North Melbourne's
I
list.
don't think he'd be playing. Mate.
Chad Harris will get a pretty penny. He's gone from obviously Richmond VFL last year. I think he was down at the Waffle home club. He needs to be celebrated. 1 point player.
Yep.
You've got Polkinghorne, like that.
Yeah.
Name's consistent. Tomlinson, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And this goes back to my point. Between Lee Paholke
and Miles,
Miles Paholke, I'm not going to say a number, but I'm telling you, it's more than what an executive makes a week between those two players.
Yeah, would be
Right, yeah.
decent. So Moe must be on the cusp of something pretty special, probably in a premiership window.
But on that,
um,
what's happening at Latrobe? What's happening in the Gippsland League?
Yeah,
How
mate,
can you play
there's
two
huge money down there.
players? Exactly,
Well,
but
it's a-
how's
it's
that
a
any
home-
different?
It's their home club.
Ugh.
I'm pretty sure it's their home club.
No, I don't. No, I think it is.
Yep.
I know the old man's there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there is a family member. Sorry.
Jeez, I love to work you up. Whew.
Oh,
but it's a valid
It's going to
point.
happen this
And
year.
so most secretaries and list managers of this time of the year would be just going their darnest to dodge bullets all over the place and hand out money left, right, and centre, knowing that they're over, and trying to think of a whole bunch of excuses of why they're over if they ever get investigated. Don't worry about investigating them.
Don't
Let it go. If
Points.
the cash is there,
points.
do play it for the league. And who's looking after the league these days? Isn't it?
It is Southeast.
Southeast.
AFL
For goodness
Southeast
sakes,
still.
listen to the people. Go to player points. Forget about the money. It's a moot point, and let's just get some good juniors coming through on these point systems.
Because I don't want to harp on this because it is going to come up most weeks, but people are already thinking, oh, what about your Sorrentos and what about your Red Hills and what about your Franks and YCs? The clubs with a little bit of folding stuff. The player points will sort that out because you can't get
100%.
18 ex-AFL
No,
players.
no.
It doesn't. The player
It just
points
doesn't
won't
work out.
allow that.
So tighten that.
Exactly.
Make that tighter. So you have to play more juniors.
That's exactly right.
And keep the juniors, so shit, I'm up a chance of a senior game. If these point systems are true to their word.
And I'm not going to name any clubs, but
Adam,
clubs are,
where do you start?
some clubs are facing that as of right now. Play your kids, do the right thing. Do your right thing.
Enough on that.
Oh, I bloody
boy,
like it.
boy, wowee. I know. It's going to happen. It's going to
Juicy,
happen
it's
already.
juicy.
Oh, well,
I'm
just
tipping there will be some swearing.
I'm just a little bit. Well, I'm up and about too because I've got RJ Rowley Reserve in the background and see that just behind the club rooms there is the most incredible sand dune. I spent so many years building cubbies up through
Is
there.
that all
and
building cubbies?
No, and maybe kissing some birds.
Yes.
No, I wasn't kissing any birds. Not at that age. But Andrew Towie was actually. He was under 18's coach for a little while, so
Righto.
I'd go down there with him in his Kingswood and
Fantastic.
his HQ Kinger, and he'd coach, and I'd just with the brothers and the sisters of the players at the 19s or 18s back then, I'd go and run amok with them. So
Good
fond
times.
memories down at RJ
That's what
Rowley
local
Reserve.
footy should be
all
about.
Absolutely. Well, guess what, boys? I think we've just pulled the Band-Aid off on a pretty shitty episode.
Yeah, no, that was good.
It's a practice match, folks. That's all it is. We get the professionals in next week.
It's not going to go down as one of our finest, but we've bloody had fun doing it. Well, thanks, boys. Thanks for getting your asses out of whatever you're doing. You in a hot tub, getting all sorts of minerals all over you. Big bloody heterosexual and sus. I don't suggest you wear that top again. Just saying, it's pretty.
Golf top.
It's pretty bright.
It is. That's the whole idea.
But we would love to hear from the family, wouldn't we? This year,
Yeah,
we would love to get some feedback.
We do.
Some of you guys are
do,
dickheads. Anything will do. Anything will do.
Anything. Adam, shut the front door.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm happy with anything because you would be very, very surprised because I know we are each and every week, but we average between 5,000 and 7,500 downloads and views every week, whether it be Facebook or YouTube, and we're bringing even more what's the word I'm going for? More technology to you, more ways that you can stream and watch the Halftime Heroes this year. And so if you do want to jump on board, not necessarily on board, but if you do want an opinion, we're okay with that.
Jot us a note.
Jot us a note. We're very active on social.
Might even be get off.
If you don't like my shirt, just tell me you don't like your shirt.
Exactly. Maybe suggest a shirt. Maybe, I mean, Suss's Pallets is back next week. So maybe.
Coach's Corner.
All the family's favourites. So if you've got an idea, you want to get involved, Janice was absolutely gutted that she thought she wasn't going to be on the show because of Spook.
Yeah, right.
Spook who, Janice?
Yeah, no,
Spook
he's dead to us.
He's gone.
Exactly. He's not even in the league.
No,
so, Janice, you can take his spot. Like, honestly, I'll let you get your haunches up. Don't you worry about that.
We'll get some people in from Chelsea.
Oh, do you know?
They've got phones there now. That's okay.
They've got phones there now.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear that it was apparently there was a lump sum of money left to them?
Oh, shit.
I'll just.
It was a bequest. No, we're not going there.
Oh, sorry, I had to bring it up.
They couldn't win without ending.
They still
16, so
they still can't raise anybody there.
Just league.
So, what is so it's halftimeheroes.mpfnl@gmail.com. I haven't said that in about 6 months. I'm surprised I got that out. halftimeheroes.mpfnl@gmail.com. You can hit us up on email, or you can head over to our Instagram page and our Facebook page, Halftime Heroes. Just get involved.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of fun, and we want you to have some fun with us. That is a wrap for episode 1 of season 2025. I hope you enjoyed it. We marginally did. Thanks to you.
Good on you, Adam. Up and about we are.
Thanks to
Up
you.
and about.
Thanks to you too.
Thanks for the
Can't wait.
shirt. Peck ahead.
I kind of like it.
Be salty now.
Get a new hat.
Kind of don't mind it. The blue against the green.
Nice hat.
Well, I didn't realise you just come off the 19.
Bring it on. Bring on 2025.
That's
folks.
it.
Catch you next week, folks.
Catch you next week. You've been listening and watching the Halftime Heroes. It's been a pleasure.